All right. Hey, all, what's going on? Um, it's currently like 3 a.m. where I'm at right now. I'm just trying to get this video out talking about the NA45, making a little NA45 guide, uh, so you guys know how to use it, get the most out of it, because this is a gun with lots of nuance. You got to do a lot of stuff right in order to just have a chance, especially in today's meta, full of us and fast-moving SMGs and um, a lot of other broken crap. Um, let's see. I used to be global with the NA45 and ranked. Right now I'm only 86 in North America, which isn't a lot, but back about like two seasons ago, I was number one in America, about like number 10 global, even though I don't grind like that anymore. But I still have some knowledge that I want to give to y'all NA45 enthusiasts so you can actually use this gun to its full potential. All right. So I guess let's just get into a build right now. This build right here is a very general build. The NA45 has lots of stuff wrong with it, and I wouldn't say that there's one good all-around build that fixes all of its problems. So you're always going to like, there's always going to be a trade-off, whichever build you use. But I do have some guidelines. I do have some must-have attachments that you guys are probably going to want to put on your NA45. This video is unscripted, by the way. I'm doing this all off the top of my head. Again, just trying to get it out here. All right, this is, I believe, let's see, this is number one yeah, it's number one recommended build on Legendary. We just got OWC light compensator. I mean, you see the build here. Basically, recoil control while still keeping your mobility up. Um, we have some must-have attachments on here. Now, the must-have attachments are this high explosive ammo, uh, makes your NA45 damage more consistent. You need this on it. Don't worry about the other two. You need this light trigger on. It decreases your time to kill. You need this on. Don't worry about anything else. Um, and honestly, the rest, you can kind of do whatever you want. I do like having sleight of hand on my NA45, just because you are going to be reloading a lot because uh, you only have two bullets with this gun before you have to reload. Um, and yeah, you can honestly do whatever you want with these other two attachment slots that you have. You can put on a tac scope if you're trying to play a little bit more aggressive. You can put on a laser if you want to like a little bit faster, even though I wouldn't do it because I play S&D more, and the laser gives away my position. If you're playing respawns, you want to go with a little more stable build. You can go, man, you can do whatever. Go compensator, go this barrel here, decrease your recoil because the recoil um on this gun is ridiculous. Um, but yeah, I would I would say I think the light compensator is a must-have attachment because otherwise the recoil just kicks up so hard. But again, honestly, do whatever you want with your build. Even I will like. Uh, I still have different. What? Yeah, I got a tac scope here. Got a 4 grip build here. Even though I say that you should only be using light trigger, which is kind of messed up on me. But the truth is, the gun is gonna suck to use regardless what you put on it. Um, so yeah. Now, where you can really change your performance with this gun is actually with your loadout. Okay, so your loadout, I would say, with the NA45 is more important than the actual build itself because this loadout is going to tell you how you're going to be playing. It's going to be telling you, and I mean, like this perk here alone, using more damage with your NA45. But yeah, honestly, let's just go into more detail about this loadout here. Um, I can show you my respawn and my S&D loadout. Okay, here. S&D loadout, we got NA45. For the secondary with the NA45, um, if you're just starting out using it, you can put on a pistol, like the machine pistol. You can put on a Renetti, whatever you want if you're just not comfortable in with your movement and you can't wait for that reload to be done with their NA45. Um, can put secondary. You can put, if you want to troll really hard, you can put thumper on. That's really good for respawns. I have that for my respawn class here. Put on thumper. Or you can put on melee, which is what I have for search and destroy. I like using melee because I play the NA45 very aggressively. 90% of the game, I'm running around with a contact nade or my melee out, just trying to rush really hard. Um, yeah, after secondary, operator, do whatever you want with that. But if you're playing respawns, I recommend putting on, let's see, I recommend putting on, if you're going for streaks, we're going to put on a munitions box because that NA45, you will run out of ammo with this gun a lot, and it's going to piss you off. And I don't recommend putting Vulture on the build. Um, yeah, let's speed this up a little bit. Lethal. I play NA45 aggressively. Like I said, I like putting on contact aid. Just gives me a free kill. Combine that with my Demo Expert perk, makes the grenade a lot more forgiving. You can kind of miss a little bit with it and still get a kill. Um, if you're playing campy, TDM, Dom, put on trip mine, set up in the back of the map. You're gonna be fine. You can put on C4 if you want, but I think contact nade is faster, easier to use than the C4. Tactical. I've been using this Hardy sensor. I think they nerfed this. I don't like using it. What I do like to use though, is I put the stim on because, like I said, I'm rushing. But if you're not really comfortable with that, put on your trophy system. If you're using this gun, you're gonna hate trophies a lot because trophies completely shut down your gun. The NA45 is like one of the only guns that get completely shut down just by one trophy being there. You can't do anything. Um, let's go into perks after I show you these score streaks. Just typical score streaks. We got UAV, counter, advanced. Even though honestly, you probably are gonna die before you get the advanced. So I might have to change that. Let's go into the perks though, because these perks matter a lot. Uh, First of all, put on greed. Okay, you need greed with that NA45 because yeah, you need to really work with what you have here. Um, I guess you can, okay. Let's see. Red perk you can put on. I have lightly here just because, like I said, I'm rushing a little bit. But what I actually had before this was I had restock. I think restock is also very good. Gives you more contact needs, gives you more stims, so you're good rushing for the entire game. Second perk, honestly, in my opinion, a must-have. Uh, Gung Ho, yeah, you need this stuff on because you need some movement while you're reloading. Because if you miss a shot and you can't move, yeah, you're done. You need Gung Ho. I wouldn't even, let's see, for my respawn build, I have toughness on. Honestly, I should take off toughness. Put on Gung Ho, must have perk. Another must have perk. Um, Demo Expert. I don't care if you're playing Search and Destroy and you're like, oh, I need Dead Silence, Sneak Around. No, you don't. You need to put on freaking this Demo Expert perk immediately. Makes your gun so much better, so much easier to use, and you'll be pissed off a lot less when you're shooting at people and they actually are dying because you have this 40% damage increase, and then you have the damage increase from your mag that you have on. You're gonna be getting tons of kills. Uh, Another perk, must have. You need flak jacket. Okay, we do not want to be dying to our own explosion out here. That crap's just embarrassing, and flak jacket helps reduce that. Also, flak jacket really good going up against thermite and war if you're running into that a lot. So if flak jacket in general is just a good perk to freaking have. Let's go. What else I got here? Just honestly, let me just go into practice versus AI. I just want to show you how this gun works on some of these maps here. Let's practice versus AI. All right, let's go. Single player map training. Let's go down. SMD. This video is going to be uncut. This is a raw video. Uh, let's go raid. Let's see. Yes. Let me show you some stuff because NA45 is one of these guns where you really need to take it into account. Map geometry. You need to predict where the enemies will be to get the most out of this gun. All right. I've never actually played single map training before. Let's see what's up. All right. Number one thing I'll have to say. about raid specifically and about the NA45 is that if I'm correct, yeah, your gun doesn't work in water. So be very careful of playing around this poolside if you're on raid, because your gun, if anyone is in here, your gun is immediately turned off. Your gun will not work unless you get a headshot off or something. However, another tip, I'm not going to do this through all the maps. You just got to use the NA45 yourself and just really uh, squeeze out the most you can out of this map geometry. Um, if someone is on this head glitch here, peeking, and I'll be on like over here peeking money room, you can actually on the head glitch, you can shoot that, blow it up, and it'll kill them on the head glitch. Very useful. Yeah, let's see what's up. What's up here? These cars here, cars on any map, you want to be using these. If an enemy is near a car, blow the car up. That'll give you an easy free kill. Um, another like right here, for NA45, if I'm on attack and I plant here, plant the bomb, uh, I'm going to use the car to my advantage. Use the car to blow up anyone trying to go for a defuse here. Let's see what else. Anything else? We might have to go into firing range because firing range is honestly one of the best NA45 maps. Let's see if there's any other tips I have. Yeah, timer's about to run out. Just to go into firing range real quick. Let's see. Also, comment down below if you guys want to see some of my gameplay with my NA45. You can tell by looking at my channel, I do not upload like at all, barely. But honestly, if a few of you guys want to see some NA45 stuff, just leave a comment and I'll see. I'll get on it because ain't no reason not to. All right, firing range, one of the best NA45 maps. Uh, Simply because of that nest and for domination specifically, it's really easy to camp on firing range. If you're playing a camping NA45 build, let's see. Typically at the start of game in S&D, I'll come up here, just shoot down there, try to get a lucky shot if someone's there. Playing domination. I mean, NA45 is really about playing all your angles, making sure you're maximizing your like your presence over the map because your bombs do have a pretty fat radius and can shut down a lot of space. Uh, like just me being up here with a trophy can set up with a trophy, and your munitions boxes is where you'd use your munitions box, so you don't run out of ammo. You can just sit up here for free and just chill. And yeah, let's see. There's a little angle here on firing range that you can use. Like for example, if I plant on B and try and defend on B, I'll come up here in this corner. I'll just hard scope, and usually they don't expect something like that. Another car here you can blow up. I mean, guys, you really gotta do everything in your power to maximize your effectiveness with this gun, man. Yeah. Typically, my NA45 gameplay, especially on Search and Destroy, is gonna look a lot like this. I'm literally going to be running out with the contact made. Let's pretend I peek, see someone, oh, someone over there. We're gonna throw it, and let's say that got a kill, and I'm just gonna rush in. Let's say I see someone behind here, boom, boom, slide peek, NA45. You want to hit fire mostly with this gun. I'm not gonna lie. ADS is I wouldn't resort to ADS. You typically want to try to close the gap if there's a distance between you and an enemy, uh, and that's where I'd run out with my melee just to try to close that distance because NA45 is very good up close. Another main thing at NA45, you always want to try to have high ground, especially if you're like on S&D defending, playing domination. I want to try to stay in high ground just because it's easier to get easy hit fire kills without ADSing. Because, like, for example, NA45 is a very slow gun. Like in the by the time I ADS, I'm already gonna be killed by this. So really, just being able to peek this, get a hip fire, and go back into cover is really, really beneficial for me uh, and stuff. All right, let's see. Got any other tips for y'all? Just make use of these walls. Man, if someone's camping back here, like on this wall, right here, man, you don't even have to peek that. You just have to shoot the wall, man, and get rid of them. Um, Honestly, that's pretty much all I have for now. Uh, if I remember anything else, shoot, I might just have to make another video just to keep you guys updated so you guys know how to use this gun better. Because I value this gun a lot because it's driven me to insanity, honestly. Um, but yeah, uh, honestly, that's all for tonight. Unscripted video. Yep, honestly, that's about it. I'll see you guys later, though. Leave a like, comment, tell me you want to see more uploads, and I'll see you guys later, or I might not.